gang, welcome back to the Arsenal series. If you have not watched the streams, what we're doing this week, to give you a quick summary of what's going on, is I'm doing live streams of the rest of this save. So every game will be live and available to you through live streams at 2 p.m. UK time in England. I'll stream through the 2, 3 or 4 hours every single day. So yeah, tune in. Today we did a 2-hour stream, and at the end of each stream I will do a summary. I'm fully aware not all of you can watch a long live stream of what's occurred. So a few of you will probably still watch these just so you can keep up with what's going on as we provide little summaries of the streams that you've just watched. There won't be highlights from the stream, but again, you can go back and watch them. They're all available. I'll try and put a link in the description as well if I remember. So let's kick things off with what we started the stream with today, which was the transfers. We brought in some big names. Some big guys went out and some big names came in. Here and Davy, I never have to say their names again. They've both left. Incidentally, Davy's now having like the season of his life at Watford. Very frustrating. 8 goals in 8 for him so far this year. Manny left as well, as did Svoboda. The 4 strikers that we had last season, gone. Out of here for big money as well. Toma left with them, and Demby went to, and Torreira got his move to China on a free transfer at the end of things as well. You can see then from the players we've brought in some big names, and we'll run you through a few of them. We'll start off with the loan boys though. Sandua, who's played a few games for me now and actually has featured quite well. For those that watch the stream, you'll know he was a very decent player for us. We've got him in on loan from Real Madrid. I think he'll be a bit of a star come the end of the season. Now, this is arguably the best signing we've made so far. Nicolas Oliveira, absolute superstar, 30 years of age. City have let me have him for 75 grand a week. And so far, it's been a revelation. 7.47 he's on, 3 goals, 2 assists. If the season goes well, he'll be a major factor within that. Sensational stuff from him so far. Salinas and Mane were players that were brought in from my director of football, so we won't touch on those because they're not going to feature for me too much this year. Nissan, though, of course, if you've been watching Hero to Villain, you'll know all about him. You've brought him in sort of a bit of a backup option, but so far has played 1 game in the Champions League, got a goal in that one, and has featured a little bit in the Premier League so far without a goal though. But yeah, Nissan scored for us in the Champions League. Who saw that coming? Now moving slightly further forward, Boris ND. He's got a real name which is quite difficult to pronounce, of Nzitsa Dibba, and to quickly say that when you're playing Football Manager, a challenge. So yeah, we're going with Boris ND for now. Hopefully no one's upset by that, but that's the way we're going with it. Very talented striker, has actually suffered with a bit of an injury, hasn't featured as much as I would like, but when he has featured, 3 goals in 5 games, 2 Man of the Match awards in that as well, £76 million, you can see, scored goal for Mainz, scored goals for Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich, who he hasn't played for, Borussia Dortmund, sorry Dortmund fans, sorry to Bayern Munich fans, sorry to all German fans of football there, but 26 and 31 last year. If he does anything like that for us, will be a real powerhouse in this division. Remember last season, that was a big issue for us. And then finally, to hopefully help with some creativity, Randy Deckers, the man from Liverpool, in his prime, the £100 million man. I've wanted him for a very long time. We finally have him. I think I said earlier in the season that at some point we will own Randy Deckers, and at long last, we now do. 27 years of age, to say, massive money. But it's got an injury. It's a bit of an injury-prone player. I've gambled a little bit, and he's picked up a big injury at the moment, sprinting, which is not what you want to see. Did it in the international period, so it wasn't even playing for us, which is the real frustration. But yeah, Randy Deckers, when he's actually firing, in form, fit and ready to play, should be a star. 6'4" of absolute magic. So hopefully he'll do well for us. And the season then, to summarise how things have gone so far, has been a little bit up and down. We started off very, very well. Looking at the league games there, we'll put them at the top, you can see. It started off really well. 3-0 winning at Bournemouth was very successful, as was the Wolves game. And then Southampton, a 1-0 win there. Boris, on the score sheet, we were loving it on stream. It was a real fun time to see him score goals. And then, all of a sudden, you can see what's occurred for us. It's gone to absolute pot. 1-1 against Huddersfield, 2-0 to Leicester. That was a real disappointment, actually. Just didn't play well in it. Scored 2 late goals. And, overall, our performance was really, really poor. 11 shots to their 9. Both of us are 3 on target, but they were far more clinical. You've only got to look at our average ratings on that side to see how bad it was. It was a really poor game. 0 against Chelsea, retrospectively now, I said it at the time as well actually, was a pretty good point. We didn't play well in it at all. Our attacking players were really not in the groove of things, and system-wise we were changing up what had not worked for a couple of games. So we were trying something different. In the Leicester game, if I show you the formation, so you can see then how it's changed. These here, you can see we were playing 2 attacking players behind Boris ND, but with injuries to Boris and Deckers, I've had to change things up a little bit, as you can see, as we further went ahead, beat Valencia 2-0, beat Newcastle 3-1, a penalty shootout victory against Sheffield United, and then most recently, A 3-1 win. What a game it was. We enjoyed it on stream to round things off. Nicolas Oliveira getting 2 in that one again. He's going to be a real star of this game, you would imagine. And the system that we're playing, we're being very Formation Man-esque so far. We're playing basically 4-1-4-1 without any central midfielders. And Manchester United and Zaruki, more importantly, couldn't handle us. Zaruki's having a decent season so far, but he couldn't stop the power of the attacking players behind Nissan, who played through the middle for us. So squad-wise, we're pretty happy with what we've got. It's been an okay start to the season. We're 4th in the Premier League as things stand on 17 points. Goal difference is going to have to improve if we're going to stand a chance. Liverpool, United and City all started the season very well. We've inflicted, though, Manchester United's first defeat of the season. The top 4 now, between them, only lost 4 games. But you can see those draws are hindering ourselves and City, whereas Liverpool and United yet to draw. 7 wins, 1 defeat. Looking pretty good. So all in all, it's a decent start to the season, but we need to do a little bit more if we're going to win a title. Tomorrow, as I say, we're going to be streaming from 2 p.m. UK time. Of course, you can convert that to wherever you are in the world. You can see some interesting games. We'll probably play down to November and round things off with the Liverpool match, which will be quite a nice way to simply keep this all together. So Napoli, Sheffield United, Bristol City, Bayern Munich, Manchester City, Newcastle. That's a tricky October. And then a little bit of a kinder, I would say, November, actually. You look at the league games, especially Brighton, Burnley, Villa. You'd expect us to do quite well in those. In fact, similarly said about Sheffield United and Bristol City, perhaps. I guess we'll see how we'll do. Lots of Champions League games tomorrow, though, so we'll see how we do in that competition. If the league form ever falls off, we'll definitely make this a Champions League campaign to hopefully be proud of. But yeah, so far, so good. Again, if you want to join me, do so. I'll be tweeting out and posting YouTube notifications and things on when we go live. We had about 400 of you tuned in today, so that was really great. So thanks for watching if you did. And yeah, this was your summary. Little short, bite-sized portion of this with FM20 around the corner. I want to have a little break in between this and next year's game. So yeah, we're sort of rounding things off this week and streaming lots as well to get through the games. So you can see everything that goes on in our final season. No matter what happens, this will be the end of things, and that league title, that's what we want. And luckily, after that winning against United, it's still on. If they'd have beaten us, we could be in all sorts of bother. Again, then, if you enjoyed this, do drop a like on it. Again, join me for the live streams if you can, and I'll see you again soon for more. With love, with care. If you're not to be until next time, look after yourselves. Goodbye.